bus leaving. So here's my situation. I think I'm a bit of an asshole. And I've been thinking about this for a couple of days now. And I debated on whether or not I wanted to say anything. I wasn't sure if I wanted to mention it. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I don't talk about certain things in my vlogs. I don't really touch on like politics. I don't discuss what Donald Trump's doing. And I do my best to steer away from religion as to not offend or upset anybody. And then, my religious beliefs or whatever it is we're calling them these days, it's kind of private, that's like a personal thing. And I don't necessarily want to share everything about my life. But this struck a chord with me, and I feel the need to vent. So for the 3 people who actually do watch these, if I'm being an asshole, call me out on it. I'm not above being wrong. If I'm wrong, hey, damn, Harris, that was real messed up of you. Maybe you should work on your way of thinking. Everybody knows that I love my job. I absolutely love what I do here. And I was recently promoted to mobile supervisor, which means I get to ride around in a truck. And, it's less work for more money. Who wouldn't love that, right? So I made a post on Facebook. And I can tend to get a little mushy on Facebook. I was like, hey, look, a year ago I was broke. Was almost put out of my house. I didn't know what was going to happen. And now things are looking up. And I'm so happy and I'm grateful to have a job where I'm appreciated. That kind of thing. And I got a lot of positive responses from it. A lot of people had a lot of great things to say. Old friends came out of the woodworks. Like, oh, congratulations. So happy for you. An old friend from an old job that I had where they sucked the soul out of me. He actually commented. He was like, hey, good for you, man. I'm glad things are looking up. But I got one comment from a young lady, and I want to preface who this young lady is. She has been my friend longer than she hasn't been. I met her when I was 14 years old. I'll be 42 in a minute. And we have always been friends. Dare I say we are the best of friends. I love this woman. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. I don't necessarily agree with everything she does. I don't agree with her religious beliefs. But that's never stopped us from being friends. And I've always appreciated that. And I knew when she made the comment that she meant well. I know she did. But her comment was along the lines of, hey man, congratulations. I prayed for you and I knew this would all work out. And again, on the surface, it's just a nice comment. Oh, I prayed for you. I'm glad it worked out. But the more I thought about it, the more the asshole in me came out. And I found myself bothered by the comment. You see, first, let's put aside for a minute that she and I have 2 very conflicting opinions on religion. Even if whatever you want to call what I do religion at this point. But she's a Jehovah's Witness and never bothered me at all. It's never really come up. It's not a thing. But it's safe to say I do not believe in the God she believes in. So take that for what it's worth. So for her to say, basically what she was saying is, hey, I knew you were in a bad way. So the sky genie that I pray to, that you don't believe in, decided that he would look out for you and give you a promotion. It's the sort of thing that completely negates all the hard work. For the last 6 months, I have walked up and down these tracks, getting to know people, getting to know my job, doing my job to the best of my abilities, earning the respect of my peers and my coworkers and my superiors, to the point that they said, we recognize your efforts. We would like to reward you for your efforts. So what she's saying is that the last 6 months of me busting my ass meant absolutely nothing. It was because she dropped to her knees at the side of her bed one night and prayed for it that it happened. Like, my name wasn't on that list of people who were going to get promoted or they were considering promotion until she prayed for it. And I'm saying it, and it sounds like such a dick thing to say. But what you're really telling me is I don't matter. The things I do don't matter. But it's your God who stepped in and made everything right for me. And I don't subscribe to that. That's always been my problem with religion is Amazing Grace, the song. It always pissed me off because it's like, oh, thank you. You saved a wretch like me. I cannot stand the idea of any organized group of people telling me that I am nothing and worthless unless I have the service that they offer. That's bullshit to me. Like, true story. I know the videos on this channel. The day I got this job, I was on my way to go to the interview, and I left my folder on the train. It was just an envelope full of all my important papers. I had my diploma, my birth certificate, my guard card, like everything that I needed to find work was in this envelope, and I left it on the train. So I bolted down to the place and I said, hey man, I left my thing. And he's like, okay, if you can make it back, maybe the guard will, let you go and look around on the train. So I rush back down there and I'm hurrying and I'm panicking. Like you can see in the video, it's literally the longest seconds of my life. I was panicking. But what the video doesn't say, what it doesn't show you, is that at that moment, during the span of that 7 minutes, I had quietly decided to myself that yes, this is a desperate moment in my life. I am concerned that I will not make it to this interview, that I will miss out on this opportunity. And just imagine how much different my life would have been had I just chalked it up as a loss and went home. How fucked would we be? But in that moment, I quietly decided I am not going to pray. I'm not going to ask for assistance from a higher being at all. Because I will get this job or not get this job on my own merits. If it doesn't work out, it didn't work out. That's my fault. If I pray for this and then I get on this train and this envelope is here, now I'm reaffirming the fact that maybe I am a useless, worthless nobody until I come to this God person and then they help me out. I've refused to believe that. And clearly, the story tells itself. You know how it ended. I got the job. I'm up for a promotion. Starting Sunday, I'm in a truck. So clearly I did it without the help of any supernatural force, without any deity, without anybody praying for me. I just did it. And I did it on my own merits and my own accord. So again, to bring it all back home, for my friend to tell me, hey, you probably wouldn't have gotten this job unless I prayed for you. I knew that if I prayed to Jehovah, he would help you out. And that's just such bullshit to me. Like, really, you just completely negate my hard work. If that's how it worked, if prayer truly, truly worked, then I would just sit at home and just pray for the checks to come in and I wouldn't do anything. It's like, I am who I am because I am who I am. I am the sum of my experiences, good or bad, positive or negative. I am who I am. I do things in my own way, on my own terms, in my own time. I will not pray for special consideration. I don't consider myself blessed and highly favored. I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate that I stumbled into this job. I'm fortunate to have a wonderful wife. I'm fortunate to have a wonderful son. I'm fortunate that we have the means to do what we have to do to try to have kids, and it's looking like it's going to work out for us. But that's not blessed. That's called using what I have to make things happen. I'm a smart cookie. I'm smarter than the average bear, if you ask me. So we did the research, we looked into it, and we found what we needed to assist us in getting pregnant. There was no God there. Nobody helped me with that. That was me. I went on this interview and before the interview, I didn't go, oh Lord Jesus, I hope I get this. I walked in there and I impressed the shit out of my supervisor and he offered me a job on the spot. God was not there. So for people to tell me that he was and that I owe anything in my existence to this omnibenevolent, all-knowing, all-powerful, all-seeing father figure in the sky who refuses to show himself to me, I don't subscribe to that. Now, without getting too far into it, I'm not an atheist. Not at all. I I've seen things and I've experienced things and I know, there's more to it than that. But whatever it is, whoever it is, whatever it might be, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, I don't know. I am the master of my own destiny. Things happen in my life because I make them happen. Not because a God had some sort of plan. Not because I prayed. Not because I believed hard enough. Not because I threw a nickel in the wishing well. Not because I wished on a star. And certainly not because of a God who sacrificed himself to correct a problem that I was born with because that's the way he created me. That's bullshit. I'm me because I'm me. I got here on my own accords. And in the end, good or bad, positive or negative, if I die and I find myself in front of the gates and the guy's like, hey, let's open up the book of your life. Hey, it looks here like you didn't believe in Jesus. Can't let you in. Okay. I get it. Because truth be told, if there is a God like in the Christian Bible, the guy who's supposed to be pulling all the strings, the guy who's letting kids in Africa starve, the guy who's more concerned about making sure that the marriage works out. So, you pray that God works on your spouse. He's more concerned about that, but there are people starving, there are sex trafficking rings, there are underage girls getting raped, there are priests raping children in the name of God. He turns a blind eye to that. But you better not masturbate because God sees everything. Even if that guy existed, would not be worthy of my praise or worship. Just wouldn't. Just wouldn't. So I've rambled on way too long. I didn't mean to make this a major event. I needed to stress that I am here on my own merits. I got here on my own accord. I did this. I get up every morning and get dressed and come to work and walk up and down this ramp for 10 hours a day. I'm the one who comes to work and helps people out and make sure that everybody gets to where they're going safely. That's me. That's all me. And at the end of the day, I bring home the bacon and my wife cooks it. And when she serves me my plate, I don't bow my head to thank anybody for it. You know why? Because I worked for it. I paid for it. I earned it. It's mine. Alright, I'm done. I'm probably an asshole. But you know what? I'm okay with that.